The federal government has urged Nigerian workers to keep the faith, saying it's leaving nothing to chance to ensure a soft landing in the face of harsh economic realities and high cost of living in the country. The Minister of State for Labour and Employment, Nkiruka Onyejocha, disclosed this on Wednesday while addressing Nigerian workers at the May Day celebration in Abuja. She announced that while the tripartite committee on national minimum wage was yet to conclude its negotiations, workers will not lose anything as the new minimum wage will take effect from May 1, 2024. TV360's Emeka Mako files this next report from Abuja.
Workers from across various sectors of the economy turn out in their number to mark Rights Annual Workers' Day celebration. As is common with events like this, the issue of workers' wage dominated the speeches here, and specifically the national minimum wage. The Labour Union leadership assured workers that they will settle for nothing less than 615,000 naira as national minimum wage in the negotiation with the federal government, also warning that the negotiations should not exceed the end of May.
We have pressed for a 2-year lifespan for the new act with automatic adjustment triggered by inflation suppressing 7.5%. Every employer with 5 employees and above must comply. We demand robust monitoring and strict penalties for non-compliant state governments. We have based our figures on real data gathered from our responses nationwide, ensuring that our demand reflects the true cost of living for an average family. Our message is clear: anything less than a living wage condemns workers to poverty.
That the government restrain itself from the use of violence in civil engagement within the industrial relations sphere, an immediate reversal of the unilateral hike in electricity tariff, enthronement of service reflective tariff, and stoppage of segregation of consumers.
The government has been locked in talks with labour unions over the new national minimum wage. The Vice President, Kashim Shettima, who represented the president at this event, said the federal government is expecting the recommendations of the committee on the new national minimum wage before making a definitive decision on the national minimum wage.
The committee, in collaboration with labor leaders, has been diligently working towards proposing a new national minimum wage. Unfortunately, despite concerted efforts, the committee was unable to reach a consensus at its last meeting. These shall be resolved soon, and I assure you that your days of worrying are over. Indeed, this government is open to the committee's suggestion of not just a minimum wage, but a living wage.
Adding her voice to the issue, the Minister of State for Labour and Employment gave the assurance that whatever minimum wage is eventually agreed on, its implementation will be effective May 1st.
The ongoing efforts by government to pay wage award to workers and the review of national minimum wage by a tripartite committee involving the representatives of employers, workers, and government towards ensuring that every worker receives a fair living wage that enables them to live with dignity, provide for their families, and contribute to the growth of our economy. We must therefore see each other as partners in progress and utilize the initiatives already provided by the government to turn our challenges into new opportunities for national growth.
Away from the wage issue, the unions called on the government to urgently address the current fuel scarcity across the country and ensure the resumption of normal activities.